It's 6 o'clock now, my time.
Okay, no, it's good. My time, I guess. You're an hour ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 5 my time.
Okay, so I do believe we are live again. So hopefully you guys are seeing and hearing me just fine. And luckily we got the audio all figured out. And my amazing guest tonight is finally here. I'm very excited about that. Now, this is the breeder from Snake Morphology. How are you doing tonight?
How you guys doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. I've been so excited to talk to you, and we've had all these technical difficulties, but I'm really
I'm glad we
excited
got
that
them
we
squared
finally.
away. No, at least we got them squared away. That's what's important.
All right, we've got it sorted out. So, tell me where you guys are based out of and a little bit about your operation.
We're based mostly out of Van Nuys and Los Angeles. And we mostly focus on the ball pythons and the boas.
So, you have a shop out of your home.
Well, we got a little bit of both. We got a big warehouse by the airport, Van Nuys Airport. We also carry all our cocoa bedding, snake husks, which is this is the bedding we use to breed. We keep all our animals in. Snake husk is all natural cocoa husk. Um, we have this in our cages, easy to spot clean, easy to clean, and we use them for all the ball pythons.
Nice. So,
And we work a little bit out of the home and a little bit out of the warehouse. We keep it
tell
in
me
two different
about.
places.
Sorry, I was gonna say, tell me about the substrate that you used before and how that compares to what you're using now. Is that something that you manufacture?
Yeah, well, we have a contract. We import them in from all the coconut. Before we used to use paper, and the paper was good. It kept it clean, but every 2 or 3 days we were going crazy, changing over 300 ball pythons. Once we changed over to the snake husk, it was awesome. Once a week we spot clean, we changed the water, and it made a whole lot of life easier. The animals like it better. They breed amazing. They build their nest in there, so you know when they're gravid and having their eggs. So you can actually read the snake with everything they do, and it's pretty
Awesome.
amazing. We changed over. A lot of big breeders buy big pallets of it that we ship to, and so far so good with it.
So, tell me a little bit about how you prep that bedding. Is it kind of similar to the ReptiChip product?
I'm not too familiar with the ReptiChip, but these we have them in blocks, and these are bags. So the blocks you got to add water and it breaks apart. The
Mm,
bags are already broken up. You put it in the tubs, and you don't have to do anything else to it on the
mm.
bag. Once the snake is shedding, you spray it down. You spray it down, and you get a complete shed. It holds humidity, holds moisture, and now we're coming out with a secret blend with a cocoa peat. It's like a thinner powder. We also have another one for spiders. I gotta send you a sample.
Oh,
Pure
yeah,
cocoa peat. Yeah, so we'll send you a block out there.
that'd be awesome. So, you're based out of Van Nuys. Do you ship anywhere in the country?
We ship all over the U.S. And now we're shipping to Canada, and pretty soon we'll be exporting.
Wow, that's really incredible. When did your substrate company start?
About a year ago, a little less than a year
Mm,
ago,
amazing.
and we've been
Yeah.
doing pretty good on that.
So tell me about the tarantula substrate. Is it similar?
It's a cocoa peat. It's a clean wash based. It's really good. We haven't started on it. We get the first shipment, the first pallet in about 2 to 3 weeks. So they send us a sample, and I liked it. We could even use it for the baby ball pythons. But once we get in, we'll start on that.
Awesome. Well, we have a couple people in the chat here. If you were on the last one, I do apologize so much. That was technical difficulties on my behalf. We have Devin, Catherine, B. Rumblin, Kevin, Bobby Biker, and Roberta here. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for sticking with us and being here again for the second attempt. So tell me a little bit about your facility and some of the projects you guys are working on. I'd love to see some animals if you're on a portable device.
Yeah, we could probably show you something really exciting. I'm really big into the highway project. I think it's an amazing gene. We start putting the leopard into it, the banana inchi, and different projects like that. if you want to see one, I guess I could move the camera and show you a little something.
That would be awesome.
All right, let me see how we could get here. We wasn't ready for that one. Give me a second. All right, we'll do that. So let me go over here. These are all my grow outs.
Nice. Beautiful rock
So
systems.
here, let me see. Here's a pastel gravel yellow, but pastel, a leopard gravel. This is a leopard gravel. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to post it. Or maybe. Can you see it there clearly?
Beautiful.
That's one of them. These are the babies I have growing up, which I put in other projects. Let me see the banana. I just moved the whole facility around, so I'm a little bit lost.
Ah,
All right. Here's a pastel gravel leopard. Here's that one. See that one?
wow.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And let me see. Yeah, give me a second to find all these. Oh, here's one that since we're so much into the gravel, this is a male super gravel, which I really love. This guy is going to breed for me for next year. So I've been breeding him, and he's going to go. That's a super gravel. And then we have the super pastel super gravel. That one's in shed. Let me see this one. There we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so we got a lot of holdbacks. A lot of, let me see. We also have another lavender pie project, which is that's a lavender. And we're working on the dreamsicle. And we also have another room that's the boiler room. So
Wow.
we just finished that up. Let's see.
You have a beautiful facility. Tell me a little bit about the gravel and the asphalt genes and the highways, because I still get a little mixed up on those.
The gravel and the asphalt, it's almost the same gene. They just got different names, a little bit different. They do just the same thing, but just changes it around. So two different people, I guess, recognized it, and they named it two different names. But it's mostly a lot closer. The same gene. Almost does. It's not the same gene, but it almost does the same. So let me see. Okay, so I'm trying to put everything back into position.
So, what genetics do you need to produce a highway?
You need a gravel and yellow belly.
Okay.
But the problem with that is, if you have a gravel, just a gravel, it looks like a yellow belly, so you can't tell the difference.
That's what it was. The gravel and the yellow belly.
Unless you prove it out. But if you have a super gravel and you breed it to anything, no matter what it is, you're gonna have gravel, so you don't have to prove it out. You know it's a gravel. Because the super gravel is the super form.
Awesome. Well, I know that you've had some amazing production this year. Tell us a little bit about your boas.
We just picked up a couple of boas. I could take you to the boa room.
Sure.
Let me see. This is my hatchling room.
Somebody's asking about your little hides that you have in your ball python tanks. They want to know about those.
On the hides, usually on the smaller snakes, for them to eat, they like being in a dark holes. They like to feel safe. It just gives them a better opportunity to eat, and they feel safer as they're growing as a baby. If you have a small snake on a big tub, he's going to be stressed out. He's not going to feel comfortable. You should always keep him on a small hide box, and always have a heat mat under it, the heat pad. Just to show you, I just picked up this one, which I'm super excited. This is a Argentine boa. I'm just going to be able to take them out. Show them to you. These are extremely rare. We have Argentine boas. We got hog noses. Uh, hog noses. I'm thinking something else.
Hog
Hog
Island, right?
Island. Hog Island. Let me grab a glove here. Let me put this. We can see what I'm doing. Make sure you guys get a good view of it. All right. Usually when you're reaching in the cage, they get a little feisty. But this baby's gorgeous. Look at this. This is what it's all about. Look how gorgeous these colors are.
Wow.
This is an Argentine boa. It comes from a different locale, but it's mostly the same as a red-tailed boa, but the markings are different, just because they live in a little different environment, jungle and humidity. And this guy, I'm going to be breeding this guy this year, and hopefully these grow about 12 feet. And we always give them a high box over the heat. Put that back. And there's a new collection that I'm so excited, which I love to show you guys here. Let me see that one here. This guy is awesome. Look at this. This is an IMG jungle. Now, as he gets older, he'll get jet black. Get him over. Oh, he's a little feisty. Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Who produced that boa?
I got this weekend at the show from John's Jungle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Is that a morph or a locale?
No, this is an IMG, which is the genetics on this is as it gets older, it gets blacker. So the black pigment starts taking control of the whole body. Look at that. And then a lot of projects that we're also doing. Put this guy back. We do a lot of boas with moon glows. And look at this guy. This is a moon glow. This is a pure white snake. This is amazing.
That is really beautiful. Even their eyes are
Yeah.
like.
And I also have the large female, which we'll be breeding. We also have the Roswell ladder tails. We have the albino Roswell ladder tails that we're trying to get the super Roswell. We have the Key West. A good way to tell on the Key West, that's a Key West. Mostly on most boas, you'll see the different eyes. But on the Key West, you could always tell by their eyes. Their eyes are always black. They got jet black eyes on the Key West. Let's go back over there. Yeah, and that's the little boa room we just organized. We're getting too many projects, and we have the incubators. We have a lot of clutches this year we're coming up with.
Wow.
A lot of highways. We got this one that was just hatching out. These are all highways and ivories.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Are those the babies that were born last night?
Yeah. And there I had the double-headed pastel highway, but it didn't make it, and I feel sad about that. That would have been cool if it did.
Yeah.
It really would have been cool.
So I saw your egg cutting video where that, you saw the two-headed snake. Tell me.
Oh, I freaked out when I saw it. I totally freaked. That's the first time I ever had something like that. I mean, that's like one in a blue moon. You get a morphology that comes with two heads like that. It's like 1 in a million. Should have paid a lot of that day.
It definitely was the first two-headed highway for sure.
Pastel highway. It was a pastel highway.
Pastel highway. Yeah, that's really incredible. So, I would have, it was really neat to see your face and see your surprise when you cut open that egg. What were you thinking?
I was in shock. I wanted to stop right there and jump for joy. So I don't know, but I left him alone. I woke up in the morning. I saw that he had a little kink on the back. So when they come little deformed, they have respiratory problems. They won't make it. There's a lot of people who've hatched out double-headed snakes, and they come out good. Maybe I didn't get it this time. Maybe I'll get it again next time. It'll be great. So hopefully the odds will be on my favor next time.
Well, sadly, not out of all the babies we reproduce, sometimes little ones fail to thrive, especially when they have something so unusual. I mean, that's unfortunate that it didn't even make it through the night, but still something really, really incredible. And wow, yeah, I saw your video and you can very clearly see the two heads, and it was really beautiful. So,
but I kept it. I just froze it, and I just ordered a jar with forgot the name, something you put it in to preserve it.
Like
so I'm gonna put it in a jar.
Or something?
Yeah, formaldehyde. I'm gonna put it in there. I saw the whole process, how to do it. I'm gonna seal it, and it's at least I get to see it forever. It ain't gonna disappear.
That'll be really neat. Keep it
as
a
really
So, do you always cut your eggs, or do you? What day do you like to cut your eggs? There's been a big old debacle about that.
I usually cut my eggs after they pip. If one snake pips out, two pips out, we cut them. It's usually about 58 days. Never go past 60, 61. If you wait and you don't cut them, they might go 61, 62. You get all of them out. Maybe one didn't cut himself out. He'll drown and he'll die.
Yeah.
To get the most processed ones, one pip with two pips, they're all good to go. You cut them to see what you got. And that's mostly the best way. And we put them in the incubator at the perfect temperature that keeps your odds always perfect to make sure everything hatches out. We usually have good odds. We usually never had no eggs that go bad, or every now and then you get a deformity, but that's part of the business.
Right. So some people have been talking recently about incubating at lower temperatures. What temperature do you incubate, and what do you think about messing around with lowering those temps?
No. You incubate at 89 and that's it. There ain't no other number. 89, 88, 80, 87 turns back on. Stays on 89, 88, and 89. My thermostat stays on 89, goes to 88. When it hits 87, it turns back on to pick it back up to 89. Yeah, you don't play with the temperatures on that.
What substrate do you use in your incubation chambers?
I use perlite.
And do you use
probably you use vermiculite, you use perlite. I like perlite. Perlite, we've been using it forever and we never have any issues. Once we mix the perlite with the water, we put a little plastic over it which holds the humidity in, and we don't have to touch it till they hatch out.
Cool. There's a viewer in the comment feed, and he was asking, first of all, he was saying that that's really cool that you have the Argentine boas, that they're not very common anymore. So he was complimenting you on having one in your collection. But then that guy was also asking what the difference was between the Key West and the Roswell ladder-tail boas.
The Key West, they're just a whole different genetics. I got the Key West about 2 years ago. It gives a different pattern, a different format. The Key West have solid black eyes, as you can tell. Key West. The boas, all boas. Depends how you put the combos. So like the Argentine, you want to breed it just strictly Argentine. On the Roswell, the ladder-tails, you can mix them with albinos, make them snows, aneries, and you could give different combinations. So it's just different genes, just like any other ball python. The locale makes the difference of the area.
Cool. So, your incubators, do you build your own, or do you like a certain manufacturer?
Well, if I show the way we do our incubators, it'll probably give a lot of business to the incubator thing we do.
Okay.
We build our own incubators, and and it's kind of cool. Which I guess I'll show you, but I'm I'm telling you, Rockstar will be selling every single incubator they got. This is what we have. So we make Rockstar incubators, which is kind of cool. When it's heating, the Rockstar turns on. We also have a little light inside if you want to see it. And then when it's off, we have it at 89. Everything's completely off, so we know it's not heating. But when it is heating, it's at 88. It's at 87, 88. This should turn off any second. And then once it turns off, it's at the temperature that it was. So I kind of like that we have 3 of them. It's more than enough. We hold 95 clutches on these 3 incubators that we have. And the most we will ever need, because we produce about 80 or 100 clutches a year, if that.
That's pretty
and
awesome.
And then we have our ultrasound machine, old one, but works amazing. So we get to see all the follicles and all the follicle growth before we introduce the male. So we make sure that every single ball python we have is going to breed. We won't waste the male's energy in breeding them if there's no follicles in the female.
So there's been a lot of talk recently about how small you can start breeding your males. What's your opinion on that? Like, I know people who have literally said that they have males that have sired clutches that are smaller than 300 grams.
That's a porn star. I've never heard. I usually breed my males 550, 600 grams, maybe 657. But if you pop them and they have sperm cells coming out of them, I guess you give it a shot if they breed. Some of them have sperms where you pop them, you got sperm cells and they still won't breed.
Yeah,
I got one true. I was trying to breed. Which one was it? I got a spot-nosed leopard head clown, which I'm trying to go with a Batman, which I was breeding. And he's about 650 grams, sperm plugs, but for some reason, he didn't go last year, but this year he will go. And now he's starting to lock up pretty soon. I put him in a couple months. It was very locking up.
Interesting. So, have you always been interested in boas and ball pythons, or have you kept other stuff in the past?
I've been doing this reptiles since the 90s. We were back I'm originally born and raised out of Florida. I used to own Worldwide Reptiles in Florida, and we were importing from Suriname, Nicaragua. So I've been in the reptile industry pretty long time. Then I got out of it for a while, came out of California, which I'm here now. And a buddy of mine was doing the ball python breeding, and I went to a show. We met him. I started talking, and I got back into it. And then out of a sudden, I started picking up some really nice animals, and it just ricocheted and started blowing up. And every time I can, if I could buy one extra animal to add to my collection, I buy it.
So how many?
I love just having them. The ball pythons and the boys are just amazing for me. And we take really good care of every animal. I bought snakes from some people. I have the moon glow. I got it from a guy for like $400 or $500. It was about to die. Wow. And I just gave him the money. And a moon glow is worth about maybe $1,000, $2,000. It was an adult female. And I go, I'll take a chance with her. We nourished her. We rescued her. We brought her back to life. And she threw a whole 26 baby clutches this year, which is in the video on my Facebook. And we got some sun glows, some super sun glows, and they're all 100% head anery, which you can produce a moon glow with that. We got aneries, 100% head albinos, which could still produce moon glows with that. So that was pretty cool. And she's amazing. She's like the little moon glow that I showed you, but in a bigger form.
Wow. So, what kind of things do you do to rehabilitate a boa when they come to you in really bad shape?
That's tough. The first thing I do, I usually, as soon as I get them, I quarantine them. I soak them in warm water, keep them in there for 2, 3, 4 hours. If they were dehydrated, if they were dirty, whatever's on them, the water would drown it. Make sure that I put them in the cage, make sure they have the right heat, hide box. Once they feel relaxed, I try to feed them. I had a boa once, went like 2, 3, 4 months without eating, skinny, thought I was going to die. And then one day he just hit it. He took the rat and started eating since that and brought him right back. Sometimes they won't eat. Sometimes you'll lose them. So it's just the chances. You shouldn't try to force feed the boa. You could, but not until it's the last resort. Because by force feeding, you can also kill them if you don't do it the right way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what's
So
your
what
favorite
kind of boas
thing?
do you have? Do you have any boas?
I do. I do have quite a few boas.
Oh, what kind of boas do you have?
I have Kenyan sand boas. Let me think. I have rough scale boas. I have boa constrictor, boa. Gosh, this one fly is just driving me crazy. Boa boa constrictor and parroter. Let me think. I have Guyanan, Bolivian. I have Hog Island boas. I have.
Yeah, I'll buy that Hog Island from you.
It is a little girl. Yeah, we do have a little girl. She's only about a year old. And there is a Hog Island breeder I know. His name's Ken Taylor. He's out of Texas. And
Wow.
so, yeah, he's going to get us a little boy this year. Of course, we'll have to grow him up forever. But boas grow a little bit slower than me. I haven't reproduced any boas in a couple years. So, although I have 2 females right now that look like they are, well, I lie. I just had sand boas the other day, Kenyan sand boas. I had a 17-year-old female who gave birth to 17 babies, actually. So, in the video,
Wow.
there were 14, because there were actually 3 that didn't make it. You know, it happens. And I didn't want to show those, so.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think the 2 boas that I have that are big, giant, looking like they're ready to give birth are both imperators, I think. But the only ones I have that are not paired up are my Hog Island, which, like I said, I'm getting a little male for her this year, and my Guyanan. So
Wow.
I'm looking for a mate to that one. But yeah, I really like boas. We reproduced some salmons, a paradox boa,
Wow.
some sun glows in the last few years. But I haven't had
I like
boas in a
sun
couple years.
Yeah.
I love moon glows. I want to get moon glows sometime. So just know
Well,
that.
hopefully I'll have them this year again. The ones I got right now are just sunglow head anery, which will produce the moonglow.
So somebody just brought in our little Bolivian boa to me.
Wow.
Yeah. Really
Wow.
beautiful. I like some of the different areas, the boas are different colors. So I really like that because it's just different from, the common boas that we're all used to seeing. And yeah, they're
Yeah, I
really,
like the pattern.
really beautiful.
Is that T positive?
Is this one T positive? No, it's just a normal, I think.
All right.
Yeah, they just vary quite a lot.
So are you breeding those this year?
I don't have adults of those yet. Oh, so my female's ready as soon as he's big enough. And then this is a blood boa. This is something I never had until I got this one last year. And so, yeah, this is a really pretty one. I had never had a blood.
Yeah. That makes your boas nice and red.
Yep, definitely.
Well, you got a really nice connection there, Jen.
I really like boas. They're beautiful and they give live birth, no incubation. So that's the best part of all.
Yeah. The incubation doesn't bother. If you have the right incubator, it's flawless.
Well, we were doing pretty well this year, and then our main incubator failed and we lost everything. So that's the second or third time that's happened to us in like 25 years. So I mean, it's not like it's happened that much. Also, where we live, we have a lot of power outages and we don't have a generator. So
That's why you always gotta have a backup generator.
Yeah,
If the power goes out, you start up, you keep the incubator going. You always gotta
yeah,
have a backup generator.
we need to invest in one because it gets really hot here, like triple digits all summer long. And
Oh wow.
so, of course, if you're, if your air conditioning goes out and it's that hot, we've lost some really valuable clutches. And we just need to bite the bullet and buy a generator.
Yeah.
But the one thing that drives me a little bit bananas about boas is how inconsistently they reproduce. Do you ever struggle with that?
Um, I try to breed my bulls every other year. You could breed them every year. They'll probably produce 4 to 5 times in their lifespan, and that's it. I'll breed them 1 year. Depends how fat they are the next year. I try to give them a year rest, and then the following year, I'll breed them again. So I kind of skip on my bulls. You don't want to burn them out. The live birth is a little different than the ball pythons that drop eggs every year. It doesn't hurt them, but on the bulls, I try to skip a year. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'll introduce them if they lock up, and I'll try. But the secret is make sure they have sufficient weight. Do not breed your boa if he does not have food in him. If you haven't been feeding him, because if that boa goes gravid and he's not up to weight, it could really be hard on him
Yeah,
and hurt.
that's true. If I ever get a boa in that's a little thin or not at a doesn't have a real good girth, I'll hold
Male
off.
or male or female, you won't breed. If you have your male too skinny, you'll die on breeding. They will breed till they die.
Good tip.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Tell us about your beautiful racks.
My what?
Your beautiful rack systems. They all match and they look brand new. They're beautiful. I love your boa racks.
Well, the ARS racks. I bought a bunch of tubs. I still have like 10 tubs I gotta change. I got extra tubs up there I don't need. All my tubs have deli cups in them. They have cup holders, which makes it a lot easier. We don't wash bowls. We have the deli cups, and when the deli cup is done, we throw it out. We put a new deli cup. It keeps the bacteria, keeps the infection, and it makes sure we always have clean water in them. We have our hose. Show you here. We make the whole process very easy.
Hmm.
This is the way to do it. You bring them out. As you see, it's clean water. You just let's keep it simple. We don't have to. We have over 300 water boats, 400 water boats. We have to fill up all the time. So I don't know if you ever saw the movie McDonald's,
Oh
and they
yeah.
found a little system to process it, and they did it quicker than anybody else. So we try to make everything as easy and as low maintenance as possible, and for everything to flow perfectly perfect.
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
if you have too many things going on and you're not organized, you got to go crazy on it.
And because you're not on paper anymore, if your water overflows, it just goes into the substrate,
And
adds
it's humidity, exactly.
wow. Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
I need to try that bedding. So
and
do you have
it's a lot less work, a lot less work.
do you have a website where people can purchase your bedding?
Yeah, you can go and log on to snakemorphology.com. The bedding's there. We also have all the ball pythons that we breed out, that we list, and we put them on there. You can buy it right off the website.
Awesome.
But
And do you
lately,
use
we've been selling out. As soon as they hatch out, we've been selling out. So I like having the website full of snakes, but every time we get full, we can't keep deleting, and putting them back on, deleting. So I mean, once that somebody buys it, it goes to a zero inventory. You can't purchase it again, but it takes me a little bit of time just to delete the picture.
so do you use Morph Market at all or do you just sell off of your own website?
No, we're on Morph Market. We're on Morph Market and my website. And then we do all the local reptile shows,
Hmm.
which is pretty awesome. A lot of
So
amazing kids, a lot of amazing people, and a lot of new breeders coming out that, just getting into it, which I give them the best advice I can.
yeah, I really like going to shows. So what shows are near you that you guys go and vend at?
Well, I just got back from the San Diego Super Show, Reptile Super Show. And the next one next month, in about 25 days, 30 days, we got the biggest show in California, the Reptile Super Show in Pomona, which is one of the largest reptile shows in California, and we'll be there.
I think the Pomona shows actually has the biggest attendance in the U.S. I know that Tinley and Daytona are big, but I think Pomona actually has better attendance.
Yeah, it's one of the largest in the world.
Yep.
That I'm aware of. I mean,
yeah.
It's not to go like Tinley Park or something like that. But I don't know how many more people fill that up. I've never been to Tinley. Maybe hopefully this year I will.
Yeah, I want to go to the Tinley show in October, but we'll see. It's really far for us.
Getting a super duper RV and just loading up my RV with reptiles and taking a road trip. That's my plan. Me and my buddy will go on down and just do all these other shows out there. So let's see what happens.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but you can't leave for too long. I got animals to take care of, and I have my assistant that helps me. She's amazing. She works really well and she takes care of all the animals.
Awesome. So, if somebody came to you and they said, I'm kind of interested in reptiles, what do you recommend as the best starter snake? What would you tell them?
The ball python. That's the number one pet industry snake. They're gentle, they're docile, they're slow, they don't grow that big, and you get pretty familiar how to take care of it. Once you take care of it, you can move on from there. I'm sure the person who starts with reptiles, they'll learn on their own. Bearded dragons, if you like lizards. I love bearded dragons. The lazy lizards just lay on your shoulder and that's it, I mean, you could go so many different ways. You got to usually have your animals that you like. It's not about what's recommended. If you like something and it's something you wake up in the morning, you see it every day, that's the way to go. Something you're going to enjoy. Don't have an animal if you're not going to enjoy it, because then you won't take care of it.
That's good advice.
I wish I could. I don't know if I should bring in my big white throat monitor.
Yes, please do.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's all the way in the backyard. It's going to take me a couple seconds to go get them.
That's okay. I need it. There's some more people
and I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
So we've got, Snake Man's on here. I know he was hoping to see the two-headed highway, and sadly, as Rick explained, it didn't make it through the night, and so that's a bummer. Although he did film a video of his egg cutting on his own channel, which I think is called Snake Morphology. I'll link that. And the video is really amazing because you get to see that little baby pop out, and it was alive at the time that he opened the egg sac. And so I'll go ahead and link that video. Richard Eade is here from England. B. Rumblin from Florida. Edward Ornsby. He was saying everything's beautiful. Devin and James. Let's see. Sissy Martinez is here. DEA Exotics is on. Shadow Phoenix is here. And yeah, everybody's kind of complimenting everything. And so if you guys are on this live and you were on the last one, I'm so sorry about all the, the wait. I've actually had this man on the line for 2.5 hours. We tried to start this hours ago, but finally we got it worked out. So let's take a look at his monitor.
This is my pet. He's not for sale. He's Rocky. His name's Rocky. He's a Cape Banded white throat monitor. I bought this guy from an old acquaintance friend of mine out of Florida. He breeds them around St. Pierre. He's one of the top lizard breeders, and he bred this beautiful specimen. It's a Cape Banded white throat monitor. He's looking at you.
I see that.
And they grow about 6 feet. And I take him to, I take him to the shows when I go, and he's pretty cool.
So how old is that guy?
He's about 2 years right now.
And what does he eat primarily?
We give him dog food, hard-boiled eggs, and he eats rats. So I give him a mixture. He eats anything. He ate Taco Bell with me yesterday.
Wow, he's awesome.
Yeah.
So is he able to live outdoors where you are?
Yeah, I got him outdoors. I got a big cage that he could roam free. It's like a 10-foot by 8-foot cage. And he stays out there. He has his heat pad out there, his little hide box, his little branches and trees, and he's one of the happiest lizards ever. And then I have my little pet rabbits running around, which I have 2 pet rabbits, and they're just my pets, and they're free in the backyard, and they're not in cages or nothing.
That's awesome.
A little nature. They run around the pool, and every now and then they come up, and I give them their freedom.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
So how long have you been using the ARS racks? Do you like them pretty well?
I think that when I first got into breeding, I bought them. I wanted to, usually when I start breeding, I just go for the best. I mean, if you start going with this rack, well, I did have some other racks and I got rid of it, and then I started upgrading. I realized really quick. But the best thing, if you're going to get into breeding, get the best stuff. Um, and then later you don't have to upgrade or waste more money on upgrading. So we like the RS racks. We got 3 hatchling racks and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ARS racks, and we got about 9 or 10 vision racks that we have just for our holdbacks. So it was pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, you've got a beautiful place and beautiful animals. So what projects do you have coming up? I know that you're really focused on the highway project right now. What else do you have? Of course, the Argentine boa.
We're doing the Argentine, the Hog Islands. On the boas, we're doing the snows, the moon glows, the sun glows. We're doing the pied lavenders for the dreamsicle. We got a lot of. I can't give you all the secrets that are coming out. We got some secret projects that nobody's done.
Ooh.
And I cannot wait till something hatches out and we see what comes out, and I'll figure it out when I get there.
Is that any stuff that you're expecting this season?
They're coming, and it's going to be something that can be really, really cool, really cool. So let's see what happens.
You have a website. Your Snake Morphology has a Facebook page too, as well, right?
Yeah, it's Snake Morphology on Facebook.
So what's the best?
And mostly on Facebook, every time we do an egg cutting video or we come up with some information, or even like a video like this, we put it on Facebook for people can see it. And I try to teach the new breeders, basically, help them out with the best ideas they can starting out. But it's always good to have somebody to help you. You can never do it on your own.
Awesome. So you have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, a website. Are you on Instagram?
I'm on Instagram, but on Instagram I post pictures. They only have a 1-minute video clip, so my videos sometimes go over a minute. So I don't put too many videos on there, but I do put pictures that change over to Facebook, and then most videos go on Facebook, and if something's big, it goes on YouTube.
Awesome. And those are all like under the name Snake Morphology?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm going to list all your links below. Thank you so much for visiting with us today. As I told you guys, Rick did film that egg cutting yesterday where he got to see that amazing double-headed pastel highway. It was totally insane. And so I'm going to link that video along with all of his other contact info, his website, his YouTube page, his Instagram, and his Facebook.
Okay.
Thank you guys all so much.
You want to see it?
Yes.
I kind of froze it because I'm trying to put it in as a preserve, but here it is.
Okay.
Oh, let me see if I could get this picture. Wait, here we go. Look at that.
You guys
that might be my next business. That might be my next business card photo. You never know.
Wow.
I wish he would have made it. He was a gorgeous. It was the only pastel highway out of the clutch. The rest were all ivories and highways. The rest were all and I feel bad he did not make it.
It happens.
But hopefully I could nail it again next time. Maybe next year the same female will do the same thing. You never know. Yeah,
you never know. And so thank you so much for showing us your incredible.
Thank you for having me. It was fun. It was fun. And all your new breeders, hey, it's a great business when you have a business that's your hobby and you enjoy what you do. It's not work.
Definitely.
So it's pretty cool. Well, take care. Rocky's saying goodbye, and I'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Thank you so much,
Jen.
Thank you.
And take care.
Thank you, everyone who stuck around. See you guys later.
Be good.
Thank you.